Hi guys, hope you all are doing great. I welcome you all to another tutorial. Today we're going to be making this trendy off-shoulder sleeve. And to start this tutorial, as you can see, I just folded my fabric into a triangle. And we're going to be making use of this off-shoulder sleeve pattern. I have a detailed video on how to make an off-shoulder sleeve pattern. I'll put the link below, and so you can go watch that. It's a very detailed and easy tutorial. Okay, so now as you can see, I just retraced the off-shoulder sleeve and also added 1/2 inch allowance at the top for joining, and I just marked the length I want for my off-shoulder sleeve, which includes the hemming allowance. Now I would take this length, and from this point I would start marking like this all around, and not really all around, just like this, then connect all the lines. Now this way we have created a flutter off-shoulder sleeve. I have a video on how to make a flutter sleeve, guys. If you have seen that, you would understand this tutorial better, but still this is very much the same way on how to make an off-shoulder sleeve, an off-shoulder flutter sleeve. Sorry. Now as you can see, I am just cutting this out. Now once you're done cutting, next thing we're going to do on this fabric is we're going to mark the lines we are going to follow. This is more like a guideline mark. Now as you can see, I am spacing the lines by 3 inches each. And this guideline is going to serve as where your ruffles are going to be sewn. Next thing you're going to do is start stitching the hem by double folding it like this and start making your stitches. Now guys, get your net, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and this is about 60 inches long and 5 inches in length. Now we're going to start stitching on each lines. Now as you can see, I have stitched these ones down, as you can see, and now we're going to go on and stitch the rest together. We're going to stitch those ones together, okay? So now here is how you do it. Before you stitch, fold in the edge of your net backwards like this, place it on that line and start making your stitches. And as you stitch, just plait. Just keep pleating and keep stitching. That's just the way to go about it. The beauty of making this is to use as many tools as you want. You can use 4, you can use 6, just like I am using, and you can use 5. You can even use more if you want. The beauty is the beauty comes with how many tools you are gathering or plaiting. So that is it, guys. And once you get to the edge again, fold the edge backwards and keep stitching. Now make sure you trim off any excess, any fray outs, as you can see me do. Now we're going to stitch this last one, and this is how you do that. You're going to flip this fabric over. Now place your net. As you can see, I've already folded the edge of my tool backwards. Now just start pleating and start making your stitches. And don't forget to fold over the edge like this once you get to the edge, okay? This will make your edges neater. Now, once you're done stitching, you're going to trim off the excess. Now, once you're done trimming, flip this net over to the good side, okay? Now, once you're done flipping, we're going to make a stitch on top of this like this. And we're going to make the stitch.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come.
And once you're done stitching, just cut off all the fray outs and all the leftovers. Now we're going to stitch the edges of the sleeve together. Before doing that, make sure to arrange your nets, okay? And we're going to join the edges of the sleeve, which is the side seam of the sleeve. And we're also going to be using this tool, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You can use 4, you can use 3, you can use as many as you want, okay? And this is also about 60 inches long and 5 inches in length. And we're going to ruffle, we're going to stitch on top of this so as to ruffle and gather it. And we're going to stitch that once we're done ruffling it on top of this dress, okay? Now, this is me ruffling these nets. As you stitch, just gather your tool with your hand. I do not have a foot ruffler, so I am just doing this manually. So sorry guys, I really do apologize. I lost the footage of me stitching this net on my dress. So what I did was, after ruffling the net, I just placed it on the dress and I just stitched it on the middle, okay? It's just like that. Now what you're going to do is you're basically just going to start ruffling this net with your hand. You will see the before and after in a second. You can see how it is looking. Can you see that? Now moving on, we're going to stitch our sleeve to the armhole of the dress. Now bear in mind that this is an off-shoulder dress that I have done an off-shoulder dress on my channel before, so you can go and check that out. So now I'm just placing the good side of my sleeve to the good side of the armhole, and I am just going to stitch that all around. And we are done guys, and I am going to proceed to show you the finished look.
Lions gonna come. The birds have just begun.